Phil, Tyler, you guys both watched Twinless. So did I. I want to know what you guys think. Who wants to start out of all three of us? You guys can decide. I don't really care.
This is the first time. I think Tyler should go on this one, man.
Okay.
Tyler
should go.
Okay.
Tyler.
Quickly, I really love this movie. For me, I've been following James Sweeney's career since I saw his first film, Straight Up, back in 2020. Very small, like, indie movie, but it's a film that, like, you could really tell that there was someone really intelligent in the writing behind it. What he explores in it about relationships and sexuality, it's a very interesting conversation about just how we relate to one another. Also, it's a really, really great movie, so I do highly recommend watching it if you can and find it anywhere. If you can't watch Twinless, go watch it right now because Twinless is in a very limited release.
Please
go support indie film. But anyways, but I've been following his career since then, and one of my predictions with that movie, because I believed in him so much, was that whatever he did next, give him a little bit more money, a little bit more time, he's gonna really knock it out of the park. And Twinless for me, like, very much does. I was totally expecting this movie to be in my top 10 for the year. It's my number one movie of the year so far. It is a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the writing, the performances, the cinematography, the filmmaking. Like, it really floored me. So yeah, that's my quick take on it.
Really fast. Two things. One, did you watch K-pop Demon Hunters? Because, and second thing, out of 10, what would you give it? If you believe in out of 10.
K-pop Demon Hunters, I believe it's in my top 10 right now.
Nice.
And I think I gave it like an 8.
Okay.
I enjoyed it, but
no, this movie though specifically, what would you give Twinless out of 10? If you are willing to give it a score.
I already gave it a 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Oh, did I miss that completely? Dude, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I just heard, you know what's funny is I heard number one and I heard what you liked about it, and then like everything else was just like I didn't hear.
No, it's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Okay, I'm not doing my job as a co-host at all. Thank you for correcting me. Anyways, Phil, you all right. Phil, you also watched Twinless.
Yes, sir.
Give me your score out of 10 and what you thought about it, please.
All right. So, first off, Dylan O'Brien already being in the movie already sold me. I love Dylan O'Brien. Loved him in a lot of movies. Loved him in Maze Runner. Loved him in Teen Wolf especially. I didn't watch any trailers. I only heard of a plot summary from Tyler himself. And instantly I was already interested. So I go into the movie. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a 7 or 8. Movie was way better than I thought. I haven't laughed as hard as like that in a while. And also the theater, like, that was a very fun theater to be a part of this. Like, reacting to different situations that were going on in the movie was so fun. It was so, like, I was engaged the whole time. Like, it was at the point where I was watching the screen and I kept on forgetting there were people around me. Like, unless a funny thing would happen and I hear laughs, but I was that locked in on what was going to happen because I was feeling nervous for different characters. I was feeling nervous for different situations, but just to end it real quick because I want to hear Isaiah's take on it too. Sadly, I gave this movie a 9 out of 10. I wanted to give it a 10 out of 10, but I am stuck with a 9 out of 10. But it is a very high 9 out of 10. It was very good. I am still debating if it's better than Sinners. Yes, people. It's number 2 on my list right now of top 10 movies. But right now, it's still going to be a 9 out of 10. Still debating if we should get that 10. Still debating. 9 out of 10 for now. But anyways, I want to hear from Zay. DB, what did you think of this movie?
All right. So historically, these kind of movies aren't for me. I'm more of an action guy. I'm more of the big explosion. I like the shooty shoot, whatever. This movie, by the way, no guns. Except Dylan O'Brien's guns. Am I right, you guys? That guy's pretty buff.
He's ripped.
Anyways, needless to say, I watched this movie on a random Monday morning. I was like, I have the day off. I got out of school. I'm like, I'm going to go watch a movie. I watched this movie by myself, top corner of a theater, and I was utterly blown away. I freaking love this movie. This movie is incredible. This movie, Tyler said it perfectly when he said that this movie is so expertly written. And specifically, I love that you mentioned the cinematography of this movie is one of the actually main things I noticed. Every single where was this movie filmed? Do we know?
I think it was like in Oregon, I think. Or I could be wrong.
I didn't know Oregon was so nice. Because every single location that they were in this movie was like very like aesthetically appeasing, but also just the way they use the camera to like represent characters' emotions in the moment was so genius. There is a scene in the art museum that like literally and it's literally the one like in each other. You see it right there. That was just so good.
Yeah.
A lot of the
So
close-ups
funny.
on James Sweeney's face, I was just like, holy crap. Like he knows what he's doing. This man is just, he's a genius and he has such a bright future. I full like next movie he does, I will 100% be there. Like he has a really bright future. I give this movie a 9 out of 10. It's genius. It's super funny. It's so funny. I didn't get a lot of laugh out loud moments, but I got a lot of like, huh, that's really good, or huh, that's really funny. Like, oh, that was a good one. Whatever. James Sweeney is just really funny. Like he is hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude. All of his chops, he has really good chops. I don't know. He'll just like say something and I'm like, nice, good one. Yeah, you really showed her. Like it's just like every time. Like he's so funny. He's so direct. He's so to the point, and that's very much my humor. Like just very much like hit it like right on the head. Don't like beat around the bush. Just like saying it how it is. And he is so good at that. Dylan O'Brien absolutely killed it in this movie. There's a scene with him later on in the movie where I literally almost started crying. Like I was sitting like, dude, this guy's killing it. It's just a close up on his face and just him going through the dialogue, and he absolutely nails it. Dylan O'Brien, I'm surprised doesn't get the amount of like he should be getting more roles. Like I think because of his early career and the kinds of movies he was in, I think people take him for granted as an actor.
No,
when
100%.
genuinely he has the chops to be Oscar worthy. I think this movie is Oscar worthy performance, and like just movie in general should be nominated for something. This movie on all fronts just kills it. I won't give it a 10 just because like I always reserve that 10 for that like special kind of thing. It's no K-pop Demon Hunters, guys. I'm just kidding. Obviously, it's like a different thing. But like I'll reserve my 10 separate, but this is another example of as close to a 10 as I can get. Because this movie is excellent. I wasn't expecting this movie to be in my top 10. It actually is.
Yep.
It's my number 6.
Okay.
And that's compared to like movies that like very much are for me, as in like Neja, Superman, Thunderbolts, like that.
Yeah.
But like this movie is incredible. This is a movie that I will tell people to watch.
Yes.
This is a movie where I'm like, oh, you need a good movie to watch Twinless, because holy crap, this movie is freaking excellent. But now I want to get in depth with you guys. Let's talk full spoilers. Let's talk specifics. Let's talk scenes. Let's talk jokes. Let's talk characters. Let's talk everything. Because you guys, this movie has a lot to actually dive into. And I was surprised by that. So I want to know really fast, what did you guys think about the scene where James Sweeney was sucking on Dylan O'Brien's toes? Because we all need to know, like what like there was intention there, right?
Yeah.
Right?
That was like in our theater. We already kind of knew, like
It's
you
so
heard
funny.
people, especially when it was offered to massage him, get the feeling, oh no, wait, no, don't do it. But the anticipation of it, like Dylan O'Brien laying there, or my bad, Roman laying there, and Dennis giving him a foot massage, and then just hearing everybody over and over again, slowly just going like, no, don't do it, and then he starts slowly going down.
Dude, they drawn that scene so long. Like it's
Oh,
just like he like
man.
slowly gets closer.
Bro, that was the longest, like, what, 10, 15 seconds of my life. I was like, no, don't do it, bro, please, don't do it. And then Roman, when he finally, like, gets his mouth on his toe, and then Roman's like, hey, what you doing? And then,
Like, oh, did you learn that in like foot massage school? And then he realizes what's happening. He's like, what the?
But that was such a stressful scene.
Yeah.
It was so stressful. I could talk more about like my thing, because I was just like the rest of the crowd. I was like, don't do it. But let's hear from Tyler real quick.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
did you
Go in.
think
Tyler,
about
go in,
the
please.
movie?
I wasn't watching. I was like, I was too grossed out. Toes are
Yeah, you're
gross,
like,
guys.
yes.
That was really gross. But what came after it with, I mean, because he was like so drunk and he was like so like thinking of Rocky in that scene and what it led to in that revelation right after. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That scene was hard, dude. I'm not gonna lie. After that like initial toe sucking, sorry, it's just so funny. That scene was funny to me. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty funny. There was a lot of emotion going into it, but it still played off very comedic, and it was just like, man, I can't help but laugh. But the scene leading after, or it's the same scene, but what happens after that ends up being very serious, and like something that was very in character for Rocky to react, or Roman, sorry, the way for him to react the way that he does, but still shocked me like very hard.
It really did.
It was very aggressive. I want to know what you guys thought. What did you guys think when he got?
I low-key
slumped.
thought when I was first watching that part that it was gonna be more of like maybe through the movie he finally learned how to control his aggression, and maybe it was just gonna be he's gonna get very mad, he's gonna look like he's about to punch him, but then it's gonna just precipitate and he's just gonna leave. But then when he started punching him and he got in and
Kept going.
I was like, oh shit, is he gonna kill him? But I pretty much understood where that was coming from, because in the whole movie he was telling us how angry he gets and how like he can't really control his anger. So it was kind of like it would work either way if it didn't happen or if it did happen, because that's kind of how we understood him. But I really did not expect that to happen. So when it did, I was like, oh, but you kind of deserve it. But yeah, I was shook, but I was at the same time like I kind of did expect it. But what did you think about that scene, Tyler, as well? Was that like too much, or was it like, oh, that I expected that?
Like I felt it was justified. I mean, like, well, I mean, but what Roman had set up beforehand about how he was gonna basically just annihilate whoever killed his brother, is like it. To be honest, I think he held back.
I mean, yeah, he probably would have killed him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was dead. I really did think he was dead.
I just think it's a great example of like you brought it up, we would have expected like a normal movie would have been like, oh, you see his character calm down and grow and change whatever. But this movie, like, very much you see Roman's change, but how immediately that switch will come back once his like the revelation happens, you know? Because like people are aggressive and some people are more aggressive than others, and I don't think that necessarily goes away. It's more so like how you control it. And he was in a place where he wasn't surrounded, or his only support system, or at the time one wasn't there and the other one had just given him a massive revelation that like literally would make anyone angry, but he has a tendency to hit back. So his reaction to punch made so much sense. And it didn't feel like we lost any sort of growth or character development. It kind of felt like, oh no, like this is like, that's the wake up call he also needs to realize, oh, he did really take it too far, you know? And that scene was just so powerful. But the scene, dude, that hotel room, man, that hotel room has a lot of scenes, because just the scene of Roman explaining to Dennis, but to the camera, everything he was going through, and like him crying and then screaming, and all of that, dude, like tugged, bro. It hurt. That was a rough scene to watch, and I think that was probably my favorite scene in the movie. So I want to know for you guys, like, what's your favorite scene in the movie?
Oh man, that is very tough, because there were a lot of really good scenes.
And it can be the same as mine. I know I took the best one.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I want to say that one because I could really understand why like he was really obsessed with, not just like, because there were the scenes where he was trying to help Dennis like get with some.
Yeah.
It was so funny, but you're also trying to. I feel like he was also using Dennis to. Also,
the accent scene is so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man,
James Sweeney has a really good accent. That was kind of crazy. But what was the freaking English accent? Like that was so funny, so good.
Oh, you talking about when the one guy who saw him?
Yeah, Chris Perfetti.
Yes.
By the way, massive. I wanted to use the word jump scare, but that's not like what I mean to say. I love Chris Perfetti in Abbott Elementary. So he's my favorite character in that show. He's so funny. Seeing him, I was like, whoa, like it's him. He literally got a cameo pop out of me. I was like in the theater, I'm like, oh, that's him.
I kept wondering if that was him. I was like, I forgot his name, but I was like, that looks like the dude from Abbott Elementary.
My boy.
I could have sworn that's the dude from Abbott Elementary. And then after we get in the car and they're explaining, I was like, it was the dude from Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
But I really do want to say that scene. The scene of Roman telling us, well, one, giving us insight on what his last conversation with his brother was, and two, just his feelings overall.
Yeah.
Like, but I also want to know what Tyler
please.
your favorite scene.
Tyler, please.
That scene is definitely a top one. Dylan O'Brien, that was your Oscar-winning performance. Congratulations, buddy.
Woo!
Yeah, that's his audition tape for it.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't not so much scene, but I think the Marcy, I think was his love interest in that, right?
Yes.
I loved the confrontation that happens later, because I think the thing, I guess this is more not so much a scene thing but a character thing. Like, I feel like that's a character that in a lot of other films like may get underwritten or may get cast in kind of a more ditzy kind of way, and one thing I really loved about her character was kind of like how like she was very extroverted and very sweet, but and also like and because of that was always like kind of the more inquisitive person. Yeah. And so like the natural build of her character being the one to kind of figure out that, oh, Dennis is like lying about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because you have Dylan O'Brien, who Roman, sweet guy, but like doesn't pick up on a lot of things.
Like he's blind to a lot.
Yeah,
of
like
things,
like remember when he's talking about like Moscow, where do they live?
Moscow. Is there another Moscow?
Yeah. He doesn't pick up like Russia, Moscow. You know what I mean? So the fact
was so funny.
Yeah, so the fact like Marcy was the one who kind of like pieced everything together, and I think in a lesser film she would kind of like not be that person. I think it's a lot of props to the writing and also to the actress. Ashlyn, I believe her name is. I don't remember what last name is. Sorry, but I love that confrontation and how she played it off with James Sweeney.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else I really loved. I mean, like the whole movie is great.
I can give
the Halloween scene.
Yes, that was the other scene. That was literally that I was gonna bring up, really, and also the scene in the art museum.
Yeah,
it was just very visually pleasing. I think we talk about cinematography. Like that entire scene was so good. Because it was really good at capturing emotion while also just being very visually pleasing. Like it wasn't just eye candy. Like a lot of the scenes they're showing you were like related to what was happening in the plot.
Yeah.
And then just for it to end with James Sweeney's character, Dennis, right?
Yeah.
Like him having like that like panic attack, and he's like, "Yes, I'm having a panic attack. I'm having a panic attack." Man. So good. But yes, I want to talk about the Halloween scene because I think that's like another like really strong performance from Dylan O'Brien when he's talking about his life again. But also I just like how that entire scene shot with both perspectives. Yeah. And both of them kind of split off, and it kind of represents what happens later in the movie anyway with them splitting off. The way they split off and they're all just like having their own different like conversations, and then he ends up meeting Marcy and like them talking whatever. It was just like a really awesome scene. Yeah. I want to say as a gamer, I love the video game representation of this movie. Dude, when Roman and Dennis play It Takes Two on the Xbox, I was like, oh, they're playing It Takes Two, yes! Like, I got so excited. But just him playing The Sims and him, like, burning down, like, and it's like, Rocky's dead. I was like, that's pretty funny. Like, it's really sad, but I was like, that's a good one. Yeah, like, that was a really good, really good chop, but also just a really sad moment. And him talking about, like, how video games were, like, him and his brother, like, the way they connected a lot of the times, too, was just, like, very relatable in a lot of ways, but just the way that I connect with a lot of people. And I love that scene so much. And I think picking like not Sims 4 like a newer one, but like the old Sims was just so special. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like good, that's good representation. That's someone who definitely grew up playing The Sims.
I also really loved how at the beginning of the movie, because if you guys don't know, me and Tyler went to go see the movie, and we got to listen to James Sweeney after the movie actually talk to us through what he was thinking, how he made the movie, and why he made it a certain way. I loved how he pointed out that at the beginning of the movie, he didn't have any score, any sound with it, and then right when it switches to Dennis' perspective, score comes in, music comes in, and then this is where the movie initially starts. Yeah, and I love that because I'm feeling bad for Roman. I'm like, okay, he lost his twin. All these random people are hugging him, and then you find out that the person who hugged him was Dennis.
That's so funny.
Gosh. But you're going through and you just feel his sadness at the start. You feel his grief, and you get to the support group. Yeah. And it feels like it's going to be one movie, but then it just transforms into another out of nowhere. Yeah. And it's the longest, I think, in a good way, way. The longest, like I want to say 15 or 20 minutes into the intro, because it's showing us Roman's POV. Yeah, going over to Dennis's POV. It's unbelievable. I thought that was a very smart choice. I thought that was insanely good, and it's something that, like, my attention was already into the movie, but then when I'm seeing Dennis and we're switching from Roman's to his, and we're seeing that he knew Rocky before he knew Roman, I was like, snap! How is this gonna play out?
Did you guys figure it out before it cut to Dennis's perspective? Okay, I figured it out. Pretty quickly. It like clicked. I was like, when he points out Roman's shirt, he's like, "Is that Rocky's shirt?" I was like, "Okay, I see where this movie's going." Like, oh, I get it. Like, but it made that scene, like, nonetheless, like, so good. That switch was so good. The scene when Rocky gets hit by the car actually scared me.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it like got me. I don't know why it got me. I mean, maybe like I think that was probably the point. Like it needed to like have that shock, you know, because you're not expecting him to die there. But jeez, dude, that got me. I literally like jumped in my seat. I was like, holy crap! I didn't know I was watching a horror movie.
I knew it was coming, but when it does come, it's like, oh,
It's so sudden.
Yes.
So sudden. It was so
Oh my
fast.
gosh.
But yeah, dude.
The fact that it plays with you too on Dennis, like looking like he's gonna be the one who hits them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like, were you in the theater, or were you the same? You had the same reaction, and he's like, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
And then he stops the car, and he just gets out. Rocky, F you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. That
Yeah.
was so good. But the movie was just unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Like, I really do think it should get a Best Picture nomination.
Yeah.
I think it should win Best Picture. I think it should.
I think
would not be against it if it did.
I could see it being nominated. I think the only problem with it would be recognition. Like how many people are watching this movie, which
Yeah.
by the way, what are y'all doing, bro?
Go watch it.
Let me give you my talk. All right, let me give you the talk. You know, birds and the bees, if I will. Everyone should go watch Twinless.
Equipped to do that one.
Everyone should go watch Twinless. Realistically, if you're sitting here listening to this podcast, then you should also be watching Twinless. If you're sitting at home and you're bored, you should probably go watch Twinless. If you're at work and you're like, you know what, there's no good movies out, you should go watch Twinless. Because this movie's incredible. Before we close, obviously closing thoughts, but I do want to bring up something that I think this movie is able to capture that most movies can't, and it's the balance of tragedy and humor.
Yeah.
I think this movie like does it perfectly, and I think that's because of the kind of humor it is. It's very direct and straight to the point, and not really like it doesn't lean on like long running jokes or like, except the one where they like they can never say the same thing, but then at the end they finally say the same thing.
Yes.
That less of a joke, but it plays off a little bit funny, but it means something. But again, that just comes into how smart the writing is. Where this movie's so good at balancing comedy chops and like more like tragic moments. We can go back to the feet sucking scene. That scene plays off very funny, but in a lot of ways it's very tragic because we know what's about to happen. Like Dennis is hyping himself up to have that talk with Roman.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other examples. The scene when Roman's talking to what's her name? I forgot her name already. Marcy. And he's like doing the Sims voice, and then perfectly leads straight into him talking about how sad his life is, and he starts crying. Like stuff like that, dude. Like the movie. And then when her friend walks in and she's like, "Are you crying?" And she's like, "Yeah, no, it's fine. like this movie is just so smart. It's so good at balancing both those things. So I'm like, did you guys feel that, or did you guys think like it could have been a little bit less funny? Could have been more.
I thought it was perfect. I mean, to be honest, like, I mean, the writing is very much like very in my lane. Like there's stuff that I'm working on because, hey, I do film on the side from the podcast. But anyways, but like the writing very hit with me because that's something that I've been exploring. My writing is that balance of that serious tone with it, but also being humorous, and it really, it struck. And it's like, oh wow, that is possible. So thanks, James Sweeney.
Yeah.
Thank you for enlightening me.
It was just such a good movie. It was, I knew it was going to be pretty good, but it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, it was phenomenal.
I'm really jealous of you guys that you guys got to actually like listen to him talk about the movie. I would love to have him on the podcast if that's like anything we could try and do.
Please.
James Sweeney, come on our podcast. We adore this movie. I think we can all collectively say, like, even if me and Phil are at 10s, we can 100% say we adore this movie. I don't want to speak for you, but like,
no, I love
right?
this
Yeah,
movie, man.
like it's
Like, I love
excellent.
this movie.
So I would love to. We would love to have you on the podcast, talk to you. Really, I want to pick your brain on some things. I imagine we would all love to pick your brain on some things.
There's some scenes I really want to know, like, what made you think, like, or what made you want to, like, put these characters in these certain situations and shoot it the way you did. Because I really want to know more about, like, I want to say, like, certain split screens. Because I wonder, I was like, yo, imagine if he shot this whole thing with just the split screens. Imagine. That's just my question, but I have more questions, but I was just wondering.
What's kind of funny is that plays into them playing It Takes Two too. I would love to know if that like has any correlation. It probably doesn't, but like I would love to know if there was any connection with them playing It Takes Two and then him also doing the split screen stuff. But yeah, James Sweeney, if you would have us, we would love for you to be on the Film Podcast. Do you guys have anything else you want to say on
Tyler, did you have
Twinless
anything
before we
else
close?
I love the movie, guys. Please go watch it. You know, if you have access, like if you're near one of the, I think right now it's at 500 theaters nationwide. If you're near one, please go see it. Even if you have to drive a little bit, go see it. But if you can't, if you love the humor of this movie, go watch his movie, his first movie, Straight Up. The writing is there, a lot of like the cinematography that you love. Actually, I just rewatched it last night, and it's very, the cinematography, I think for a lot of the movie, it has a very symmetricalness like you see like in a Wes Anderson film, but like a lot of the inventiveness, like the split screen, there's like a scene or two that does that. So if you want to see him like work out those ideas earlier on in his career, that's a great one to watch. Support indie cinema, guys. Support indie cinema.
Hashtag plug. Yeah.